Last week, we geared a fresh Demon Hunter up from eye level 600 to around 632, and got all the way from 0 IO to right under Keystone Master. This week, we're starting at the Vault. We had lots of hero items, either from doing dungeons or delves last week, including not one, not two, but 3 tier pieces, and of course, I'm going to go ahead and take one of those tier pieces and catalyze one of my hero items from dungeons last week so we can start week 2 off right with 2-piece. Went ahead and grabbed the weekly quests, including a time walking quest, which probably won't give me anything good because normal items are already kind of not what I'm looking for. Then it was time to start grinding keys. We gotta do a lot of 7s this week so we can stock up on gilded crests, and then once those fill up, start overflowing into the crests below that. Of course, picked up my Abyss on the first dungeon, the Golden Snorf. And then we bricked a Theater of Pain due to Blizzard being DDoSed again. Please stop doing that. That was all day 1. After the DDoS got off for the day, the next day, did my time walking quest and unfortunately got a garbage trinket that will never be used. Killed the world boss and got plate boots. Awesome. Did a 7 Dark Flame and got gloves with avoidance, but I got tier gloves this week, so that was unfortunate, but I kept the gloves around. I can catalyze them later if I want to. I don't think I do. I think I want my gloves to be my non-catalyzed item, and somebody else got this mount. I've seen this mount in Darkflame Clef drop like 3 or 4 times already in 10 or 12 runs. This mount seems very common. After that, it was time for Operation Floodgate at a 7. Bink, bink, dunk, boom. Keystone Master. After that, we headed back to Theater of Pain 6 to fix the 7 from the DC yesterday. I got a good ring, but I already had a good ring, so it wasn't that interesting, and I'm probably going to keep wearing the other ring. After that, did a Cinderbrew Meadery where the whole group was just performing to the absolute most of their ability. I mean, every single person in this group was firing on all cylinders. The level of play that the group achieved in this 7 was phenomenal. The trash didn't stand a chance. The bosses didn't stand a chance. We were just trucking right along. Unfortunately, at the end, I didn't get any gear, of course, and I deserved it. More so than anyone, I think. I deserved an item for how well I played in this dungeon. But sometimes you don't get what you deserve, you know. Sometimes you perform to the best of your ability, and you still don't end up with an item at the end of the run, and that's unfortunate. But that's the way these things go, you know. After that, I had the idea to craft an item or 2. Unfortunately, we ran into some complications, and this would have to get pushed off to a later time. Finally, was able to get my sparks after the game stopped lagging, did the delves, completed my weekly quest to get my other half spark. Because Blizzard made some error or something, you actually can do 2 crafts this week or a 2-handed weapon. Side note, if you are ever feeling lonely or like you want somebody to talk to, just go ahead and ask for a craft in Dornegal. You will be flooded with whispers. You'll be the most popular person on the planet. It's great. You feel good. After that, I did a mother load where I didn't get any loot. And after the mother load, I think I was ready to push into 9 and 10 to hopefully get a myth item in the vault next week. Unfortunately, the only 9 I had was Priory, which was a hard dungeon. Priory did not mess around. Now, luckily, Priory's already been nerfed. 1 minute and 30 seconds was added to the timer. The mini-boss right before the final boss received a nerf to make him more consistent on his abilities and actually died to him in this run. I think I just got like triple tank slammed or something. I'm not actually sure all the abilities that guy casts, but I definitely just fell over. And luckily, we timed this run just by the skin of our teeth. Now, of course, in the future, this would have been a lot less close. We would have had about 2 minutes left on the timer with the additional 1 minute and 30 seconds that they have now added. After that, it was time for the first 10 of the season. This was mostly a pre-stack. We kept the shaman from the 9 Priory, who was our 1 random, and we went into this asking them if they wanted to do a no leaver so that we could all have a myth piece in our vault next week. I mean, we did not plan to do well in here, as evidenced by so many things. A very low % wipe on the first boss. After that, we just walked out to repair, because we didn't repair from the deaths in Priory. We were memeing around. The shaman jumped down and died to a big candle guy. healer and the Death Knight were taunting off of me because we were joking around in Discord about taunting the worms off of me, the corridor creepers, so that I wouldn't have to tank them. I mean, we absolutely did not have any plans to do well in this dungeon. And of course, when you don't plan to do well, a lot of things go wrong. Unless, of course, you're doing the easiest dungeon of the entire season. And, of course, this dungeon got nerfed, or buffed, I guess. The dungeon became more difficult at the time of recording this. The dungeon got 2 minutes removed from its timer. So we would not have timed this, or we barely would have timed this, I think, if we were to run it again the same way. But, of course, this felt great. I mean, the first 10 of the season on week 2... well on our way to 3K. Of course, you have to get up to like 12s-ish, 12s to do 3K, which is the goal of this series, but definitely looking forward to a nice big myth piece in my vault on Tuesday. Obviously, that 10 is going to be the piece de resistance of the week, but of course I'll rapid fire off the rest of the dungeons that I did before ending the week. And, you know, of course, I think that there might be space for another tuning patch, you know. I think some of these classes may be outperforming others at a level that I don't think is necessarily acceptable. But here's the rapid fire for the dungeons. Finishing that Floodgate got me Hero Shoulders. Then we did Cinderbrew Meadery, where I got a B, and then I did a Theater of Pain, where I got nothing, into a Theater of Pain, where I got a ring, into Motherlode, where I got nothing, to cap off the week. So to finish off week 2, we're 2247, well past Keystone Master, on our way to Keystone Legend. We've got a nice fat full vault, including a myth item that you'll have to come back next week to see. Hopefully it's really good. And, yeah, we're eye level 651. I crafted a weapon, and I crafted wrists with Nerubius embellishment and the bracer that doubles, the armor banding that doubles the Nerubian embellishment. Yeah, really successful week. Mostly this week was about gearing and less about pushing score. Next week, of course, looking to slam more 10s, fill up my vault with more myth pieces, and yeah, start pushing the score up, because I think it's probably time to get our portals and then push into 3K, probably by week 4. Anyway, that's it for this week. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a like. I hope to see you next week, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.